lose too. You might think I chose this way of living now, but it chose me. You can hear me coming with a 6-2 humming, Guns N' Roses bumping through a 12 in the floor. I don't need me nothing but a spot out in the country. I smile when they say that I ain't me anymore. Ain't a thing changed round here but
EA Sports of the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. Evan McPherson getting this one started. Off we go from Pittsburgh. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They're led out by the man who won the national championship back at Ohio State. It's Will Howard.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
Throwing on third down is Howard. Complete. Calvin Austin. They gain 18 yards on that one. That's a Steeler first down. And the Steelers first down. On the handoff, it's Johnson. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. He finds Austin with the ground. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's third and 7. Out of the gun, it's Howard. He's going to air one out for Metcalf.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. They are led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020, national champion at LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. Early rhythm he was able to establish. He rode that to the final whistle. He had an answer for everything the defense threw at him. He continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate. It's going to be a hard group to beat.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 6. Play action now. It's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So, a couple of first downs to give them first and 10. They're at the 41.
12.
They go play action for Burrow. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Try again. It's second and 10.
11 empty.
Now Burrow going to do this himself. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. 13 yards. Set to go now on first and 10.
Gun.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll air one out for Higgins. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line. This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it first and goal. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Chase Brown, touchdown Cincinnati. That his first touchdown of the new year. Greg, offensive coordinator's script the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive. They've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, they continue to build on this lead here early. This is going to be a long day for this defense.
Not much there. Maybe a yard. From 29. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake. Here's Howard. Forced to his right. Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
And that is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
The Bengals offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. So, Greg, this was not a Christmas gift in May when the schedule maker said, hi, your season's going to start with back-to-back road games. However, win the first. If you can win here and then head home 2-0, man, this season takes on a very different tone.
There's no question. And, Mike, am I crazy, though? I could make an argument that I'd rather play the away games early in the season. We're fresh. We're not beat up. We don't have a roster that's depleted, getting a lot of new guys into it. When you get into the meat of the season, middle to back end, there's a lot of new guys playing for the first time. Practices are a little shorter. Travel's a little bit harder. You're not feeling as good. So if they can somehow get 2 early road wins here, knowing that now there's a lot of home games as the season unfolds, I actually think they could be doing themselves a favor.
The first down run picks up 8, so now it's 2nd and a couple. They bring Chase in motion. Now 2nd down throw for Burrow. Oh! And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
At the 29-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. That one, take it in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals.
Cincinnati.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals move out on top, 14-0. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense about ready to take over once more. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score, and the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Howard. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
Go! Play action. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
2nd and 16.
Working out of the gun, here's Howard. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And the Steelers first down.
Now a toss left side for Johnson. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Here's a 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And this is going to work out a little better. He'll get 9 on that one, but they're going to need to convert on third down. Throwing is Howard, and that is incomplete.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. It works out as they convert on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On the kid, it's Johnson. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Barrett, harder that time. There to make the play.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Second down, it's Howard. Metcalf left side, he's got it. To the 10-yard line. He is out of bounds there. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Steelers. And hold on to that football, young man. As a keeper, his first NFL touchdown. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers are on the board. It's now 14-7. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here comes a return from the 3. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10.
11-90.
Now, Burrow over the middle, that's Komet. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. So, from the 36, it is first and 10. A carry here for Brown. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Gun. Cut. 180. Cut.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Second down, Burrow. That's a short throw caught by Komet. He gets free, and he will score. T. Higgins, touchdown Bengals. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. McPherson, good on the extra point, and the Bengals will take a 21-7 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. A short one taken at the 10. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Steelers offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Howard going for it all. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
The cover is by Cam Taylor-Britt.
They'll run this over the center with Johnson. They're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Steeler first down. This one grabbed by Austin.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Let's go.
To throw is Howard. And on third down, that ball incomplete. Now a fourth down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. No issues there. This one is good. And the Steelers cut the deficit a bit. The new score is now 21-10. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
11 MT.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
Chase Brown, Bengal ball carrier. Brings up second and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Motion man is the tight end going right. So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hanson, who has a... And instead, why don't we get right back to it, as we'll get ready for the third quarter. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This returnable from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. There's Zach Taylor as his Bengals make their way back onto the field.
Here we go.
Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drop. First and 10. And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Brings up second and 3.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And that didn't fool anyone. They'll chase him down behind the line of scrimmage. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Here we go. It's now 3rd down.
Burrow. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. Down the sideline, past the 45. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let's go.
They're going to go play action with help. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Burrow now to throw on 1st down. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 180.
To throw is Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. This 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go.
Gain of 4.
Can.
3rd and 6.
To throw is Burrow. That one finds Chase. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a 1st down.
Gun. Dot.
1st and 10
Dot.
at the 39-yard line.
On 1st down, Burrow. Rushed to his right.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
2nd and 8.
Burrow here on 2nd down. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
Here we go.
3rd and 5.
They bring Chase in motion. The throw here is complete. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Good for a Bengals 1st down. A gain of 9 yards.
12, 12, 12.
They'll run here with Brown. It'll be a short pickup down to the 22. Keanu Benton there for the stop.
11,
From the
11.
shotgun, it's Burrow. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
The second down pass intercepted. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Now it's Johnson. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. From the 21, here's second and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
Off the play fake, here's Howard. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
Here's Johnson. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Geno Stone with the tackle.
Stone on the stop.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 7.
At the 47.
We'll swing this out to Johnson. Goes brought down, and pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Makes it third and 2.
Out of the gun, it's Howard. That is caught by Washington. It'll be a pickup of 10. That's a Steeler first down.
And the Steelers first down.
A run here with Johnson. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
It's a gain of 9.
Now it's second and 1.
And a yard.
From the gun, it's Howard. He's got it at the 7, and he'll take it on in. Darnell Washington. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Now, a 2-point conversion attempt time. The jet sweep to try to pick it up, and he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
Nothing fancy here. This was old school throwback smash mouth football, and they're able to pick up the 2-point play.
This one taken at the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 32.
The Bengals offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a first and 10.
11, Thomas.
Now Brown. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 32-yard line.
11, Mighty. 11.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go. Right in.
They
right
bring
in.
Chase in motion.
Right in front.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. First and 10.
Gain of 10 yards. And the Bengals first down.
11 MT. 11
Here's
MT.
Brown. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of it. Second and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll swing this one out to Brown. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Makes it third
Right in front.
and 2.
Burrow to throw. That is caught. Finding Higgins. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
19 yards.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10.
11, MT, Taylor.
On the ground, it's Brown. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
11, MT, 11, MT.
That's to the tight end, Komet. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 4.
Gun. Dot. Dot.
Throwing is Burrow. That's caught. Left side. It's complete.
And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the mark.
Here we go.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Chase Brown, touchdown Cincinnati. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Steelers offense headed back to take over once more. To throw it on first down is Howard. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second.
Working out of the gun, here's Howard. This one complete to Washington. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
That's good for us.
Throwing is Howard. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. Open man left side. He's got it. 17 yards that time to number 17. Howard to throw again. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Geno Stone. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Gun. Dot.
Drive will start on the ground. And he's got a Bengals first down as he gets up past the 35.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. So, a pair of first downs moves them out to the 47-yard line. And it's first and 10. Crazy. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. And now 152, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout.
A gain of 15.
Here we go. Dot.
First down, Cincinnati.
Right back to him on first down. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Brings up second and 11. At the Steelers' 39-yard
11, Thomas.
They'll stick with him again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
7-yard line.
And now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. Talk things over before third down.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
We'll try to get this one on the ground. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
Evan McPherson on for the field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So here are the Steelers, down by 13. A little under a minute to go. It's an extremely tall order, but got the ball, and they've got a first down. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Here comes 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
Howard.
10.
He's going to look for the home run ball. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Covered by Barrett Carter.
They'll throw for it with Howard. He's going to air this one out. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. That's the safety, Geno Stone. And the Bengals are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keeper. This ball game is over.